WFB's Greg Merriweather has this touching story, and he's joining us now live. Greg, what a neat, wonderful place to worship.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it any better than that. If you're in the other room right now listening to this, come on in. I want you to meet Pastor Joe Moore. He will inspire you.
He need to hear from you. So good.
From parking lot to place of God in a matter of a few well-measured moves.
Lord, you ought to stand to your feet and tell him. Amen.
At the end of this chord is Miss Augustus. She provides the electricity. St. Vincent de Paul lets them use the parking lot. And from there, they come from all over. Every one of them walking. Most of them homeless. All of them here to touch the closest person to God I've met in a while. Pastor Joe Moore. They used to lovingly call this the First Church of the Parking Lot. Now they've selected and settled on open air ministry. You see, Pastor Joe Moore preaches in what some would call that old time way.
I will praise thee. Behold, I stand at your heart door and I knock, and if any man will hear my voice. Come on, somebody.
He believes in his heart, in his soul, in his very knees.
You got so hungry, you wanted to eat, you just didn't even have a quarter to buy a honey bun. And when nobody was looking, you slipped it in. Come on, man.
Yes, indeed. On any given Sunday, he has dozens and dozens, sometimes hundreds of people show up anywhere they can get a spot.
But let all that I am do what? Praise the Lord.
And we've actually received several nominations for Pastor Joe Moore. The last one from Mr. Mike Grace. All of them say the same thing. This man is truly and simply what you see is what you get. And it was time to let Pastor Moore know that we were really here to honor him.
Joe, I didn't tell him all the truth this morning. I told him Channel 9 was coming to film us, so we were going to get some good free publicity. But really, Joe, this is a lot about you. This ministry's got a lot of people involved with it, but the glue that makes this whole thing work is Brother Joe Moore, y'all's pastor. You clothe them, you help feed them, you help them find jobs, you get them bicycles. That's above and beyond the call of duty. And on behalf of your flock and your congregation, here's $300 from the program.
One of our first handed-on standing ovations. Now, I said earlier they come from all over to hear and touch a true man of God. And before anyone leaves, Pastor Moore makes sure he touches them.
The Lord be with you. Come on,